Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all having a great morning, and welcome to this new video on the markets, but mostly focusing on Bitcoin today. Yesterday, we unfortunately lost the very aggressive uptrend, as you can see right here. Lost it overnight. The Asian session, like usually, if you look at the Asian session over the last couple of weeks, very often that was one of the most bullish sessions, but it was not the case today. All right, so we dropped down below that. Now, in general, we already talked about this possibility yesterday, and as long as this level right here around 102,000, the level around it, right? As long as that level holds, we're fine. I would even go as far as saying that, if we drop down to the previous month BOC here at 99,000, or around 100k, even if we drop down into that, we get a bit of a spike and we bounce back above 101,000. That's fine as well. All right, but that level does need to hold. If that level doesn't hold, it starts to look much bleaker on the higher time frames. So that's what we'll see over the course of today. Now, this was in a sense, I mean, I thought it was still possible that we would also bounce up to 110 from that aggressive uptrend, but in general, today we have FOMC, as most of you hopefully know, because I've been saying this for the last couple of days. We have FOMC, we have the interest rate decision, so some de-risking seems to be happening right now. Now, the interest rate itself is most likely, for over 95%, going to be cut by 25 base points. So that's in general bullish. There is still a slight chance that they don't change it, which would be very bearish. In that case, we will definitely drop down lower than 102,000. But I don't expect that, and CME also doesn't expect that. So I think we're fine. Now, the press conference afterwards will be more important, all right? So that's also what my focus will be on. I will probably, or I'll try to also be live streaming during that. So I'll still keep you updated on that. But right now, looking at Bitcoin, we have strong support here. I mean, it's probably most likely that ahead of the FOMC, we will de-risk a little bit more, all right? So that we actually drop down into 102 during or like very short before the FOMC meeting. We'll probably get some major volatility. There's probably a lot of liquidity also to the downside. So that's when we could have that spike down to 100k, 99,000. That's a possibility. But ultimately, even though I do expect a slight pullback here, I still do think it's most likely we'll be able to hold this level, and that we will, hopefully at the second half of this week, be able to get into 110,000. We got a lot of volume over the last 2 days. Volume is down a bit here, but it's still around $80 billion. So we have a lot of volume that we actually managed to accept above 102,000, also on the higher time frames. So obviously it is still possible, if the fundamentals change, it is still possible that this was all a major high time frame fake out, which doesn't happen often, especially not in circumstances where there is quite a lot of volume. Because the volume was not that high when the price was right here, right? So in the weekend, so that was still a bit risky, but doing something like this with the volume we've seen, makes it less likely that we'll actually have a fake out like that. But like I said, ahead of the FOMC, it's still de-risking. There's also some indications that market makers are loading off some positions. So short term, I still expect some sort of a pullback. What altcoins will do depends on the Bitcoin dominance, of course. So that's what we'll see. Overall, I think altcoins will underperform Bitcoin still until the end of the FOMC. But from there, even with the volatility, I think we'll be able to hold this level and gain new momentum into new highs. But those are my thoughts. I'll keep you updated on this, of course, over the course of today and also tonight. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great day and bye.